Tell me, have you ever heard of a copywriter getting rejected because they were too cheap? Well, that's exactly what happened to my friend Josh. He got on a call with a big name client, confidently quoted $5K for a sales page. Pretty good money, right? Well, the client literally laughed in his face and said, word for word,
"We don't pay our copywriters anything less than $10,000 for a sales page. Come back when you're better."
Talk about a slap in the face. The craziest part is Josh is one of the best copywriters I know. I bought multiple programs from sales pages that I found out years later he wrote, but he lost the deal because he positioned himself like an amateur instead of a pro. So I slapped Josh and I told him to start charging what he's worth. He finally listened and not only closed his first 10K sales letter, but his income hasn't dipped below 6 figures in the 5 years since that incident. So if you're still charging $500 or $1,000 for projects that can make your clients tens or hundreds of thousands, you need to stop what you're doing and watch this all the way through right now. I'm not only going to give you the exact 2026 rate card that I give my own students, what to charge for emails, pages, VSLs, ads, social posts, blogs, retainers, you name it, based on what serious clients are actually paying right now. But I'm also going to brainwash you to get out of your own fucking way so you can actually charge what you're worth. So if you're a freelance copywriter and you're sick of guessing your prices or hoping $500 gigs will magically add up to 6 figures, pay close attention to every single word in this video. And if you want all the numbers written down, I even made a guide called the 2026 Copywriter Pricing Cheat Sheet. Link below, it's free, you're welcome. And if you're watching this in 2027, then I hope the future's treating you well, hope we have flying cars, and guess what, these prices will be the same. But before we get to the numbers, I need to uncover 5 hard truths that make these prices work so you have the balls to actually say them out loud. Hard truth number 1, all prices are made up. Before we talk numbers, you gotta remember this. Every price you've ever seen was made up by someone. Coffee, courses, shoes, Ferraris, all fabricated out of thin air. Airlines, hotels, and Uber even show people different prices for the same seat or room or ride based on what they think they'll pay. You have the same power. The only question is whether you're going to make up broke boy prices or make up professional prices and let the market calibrate you. So if my numbers in this video feel low to you, charge more. If they feel high, charge them anyway and let the market reject you. Do not reject yourself first. Understand, price is like a slippery slide. It's very easy to go down, but it's much harder to go back up. You can always change terms like payment plans, scope, etc., but it's very hard to raise prices once you've anchored yourself as the cheap option. This is literally negotiation 101. Say a higher price than you want so you have room to move. If you start too low, you're trapped. Now, the next question is, of course, how do you know if your made up price is right? Well, I'll tell you, you don't guess. You look at your close rate on qualified prospects. Around 25 to 40% is healthy. Over 50%, you're very likely undercharging. And under 20%, either your price is actually too high, or way more likely, your positioning and sales are weak. Fix positioning and sales first before you start slashing your prices. And when in doubt, follow the golden rule of pricing. Raise the price until you stop making more money. It really is that simple. That final number might make you feel like a total imposter, but your business doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. It just wants the mathematically optimal number. Always go with that. Perfect example, one of the notorious make money online guys in the space, who I guarantee you've heard of, used to have a very famous course with nearly 500,000 buyers. He quietly tested prices from $99 all the way up to $5,000 for the same course to see what made the most money overall, which was around $300 to $500 if you're curious. Now, when I first heard this, I kind of thought this sounds a bit unethical, you know? But then I thought about it and I was like, well, if the $99 buyer and the $5,000 buyer felt it was worth it, then they're both right. So it's not actually unethical, it's just price testing doing its job. We call this dynamic pricing and it's very common practice in the business world. Now, am I saying you should charge whale clients more money just because you can get away with it? Well, yeah, actually, that's exactly what I'm saying. In fact, you'll lose deals if you don't. Hard truth number 2, big dog clients want big dog prices. If I can beat only one thing into your head in this entire video, please let it be this. Stop pricing based on your financial reality. You're sitting there thinking, holy shit, 5K is so much money. 10K for a sales page is insane. I would never pay that. Cool. Quick reality check. You, my friend, are not your client. Even if you're a total beginner, you need to understand the universe your future dream client lives in. The client who will happily pay you 5K, 10K, even 30K a month plus without blinking. These guys are spending 100K to $1 million a month on ads. They drop 60K on masterminds without checking their bank balance and buy a 30K Rolex to celebrate a good month. These people are premium buyers, and premium buyers hate cheap shit. It literally makes them feel unsafe. It screams amateur and signals that you don't understand their world. Paying a premium is literally a part of their identity. It's a filter. They want the best and they want to pay top dollar. These are the people who walk into a Louis Vuitton store on a random Thursday afternoon and drop like 10K on random shit. They like spending money. They want to spend money, a lot of money. It makes them feel good. They don't want discounts. They want to hire copywriters who charge big dog rates because it signals you're good and can get them results. If you shuffle in with a cute little $1,000 proposal for a project that'll make them 100K, $500,000, they don't think, wow, what a bargain. They think, oh, this person has no idea what they're doing, and if they were any good, they wouldn't be this cheap. Your reasonable price is a giant red flag that's literally repelling your dream clients. And if you don't believe these clients are out there, my buddy Daniel Throssell had a client offer him $50,000 to write a simple email sequence. That's like 10K per email. And no doubt, the client made way more off of those emails than the 50K he invested. That's what happens when you're the best in the game and position yourself accordingly. And that brings us to hard truth number 3, you can't sell what you're afraid to buy. If you're scared of spending money on yourself, you're gonna project that scarcity-ridden energy onto every sales conversation you have. You'll hop on Zoom or even just email and blurt out a lower price than you wanted because you pussied out, flinch when you say the number like you're apologizing for it, or over-explain and justify your fee until you sound desperate. And then you'll be mysteriously stuck with no client or a roster of low-paying clients that burn you out. The brutal reality is you don't truly believe high prices are fair because you've never paid them for anything important in your own business or life. If you want to become a high-ticket seller, you have to first become a healthy high-ticket buyer. It is non-negotiable. Invest in premium coaching, not just cheap courses. Pay other professionals well and on time. Stop nickel and diming people who do great work for you. This rewires your brain. You start to see the other side of the interaction. I paid that coach 10K and I made 100K. That was a total no-brainer. Now, when you quote a client 10K, you're calm, you're confident. You've been on the other side of that deal and you know in your bones it's worth it. That conviction will carry the sale. Speaking of conviction, hard truth number 4, you don't need a perfect track record, you need a spine. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you're a beginner, it's, but Sean, I don't have any track record. I have no portfolio, no testimonials, nothing. If you're mid-tier, it's, but Sean, my wins are average at best. A few little hits here and there, but nothing I'd brag about and no big home runs yet. And if you're advanced, it's, but Sean, I don't have any big case studies yet. And even if I did, how do I take credit for a $2 million funnel when they also ran 500K in ads and had a killer closing team? How do I prove my part without bullshitting? And to all of you, I say, so what? Your client does not give a single solitary fuck about your resume being perfect. They don't need you to be the Michael Jordan of copy. I have 7 to 9 figure business owners in my network who hit me up every single week to hire copywriters from my group. And you know the exact words that every single one of them uses? Word for word, every time it's, hey Sean, I'm looking for a killer copywriter. Do you have someone? They only care about results. Literally just got a notification just then from an 8-figure business owner asking me for a copywriter. Case in fucking point, exactly the words they used. My God, that's what we call divine timing. Anyways, charging a premium price is not about what you've done, okay? It's about the result that you can create in the future. It is a statement of intent. It tells the client you're a professional who is serious about getting them a return. So please stop waiting for the perfect case study to start charging professional rates. The professional rates are what gets you the client that leads to those case studies in the first place. Because in case it's not abundantly clear by now, your client makes a fuckload more money than you. Every copywriter under 10K a month seems to forget this and they criminally underestimate the financial impact of their work. Let's do some simple maths. Let's say a client pays you $5,000 for a sales page. That page converts at just 1% to a list of 10,000 people selling a $300 product. Okay, that's 100 sales, 30 grand in revenue from your work. So who's winning here? You make $5,000 one time. The client makes 30K plus all the back-end sales from the upsells and downsells and the future sales from those clients, plus the future customers from that sales page, because do you think they're going to use it again? Obviously. Plus all the back-end sales from those customers too. Easily multiple 6 figures over the lifespan of that sales page, maybe 7 figures. And that's being conservative. One of our top students, Sam, he joined us when he was charging a measly $1,500 for an advertorial. Now he's writing 1 ad a week for one of his clients, which sounds like a pretty decent retainer, 6K a month. So I asked Sam, well, how much are these advertorials made for this guy? Sam comes back a few days later. Guy's face was white as a sheet, man. And he goes, they made $50 million from 50 advertorials last year. An average of $1 million per advertorial. $50 million fucking dollars. Let that sink in for a second. Sam left millions on the table simply because he was too scared to ask for it. So, of course, I got out my oven mitt and slapped Sam and told him politely to change his pricing to a value-based model. Sure enough, January 1st this year, Sam hits me up, sends me the screenshot, got paid $49,900 in commissions from one client. That's more than what some people make in an entire year. And Sam got paid that on the first day of the year. And if you think this is an isolated incident, one of our head copywriting coaches in my CMB program, Kenneth, he had another client charge this guy $19,000 for 4 VSLs. Only 5 minutes long. Sounds pretty good on paper. Same exact story. Client ghosted him for like 6 months. Comes back. And he's like, hey man, you know those VSLs you wrote for me? Yeah, we made like 40 million off of them. Thanks. Once again, over $50 million a few months later. Kenneth could have literally retired in his mid-20s if he had just asked for a 5% commission. That is the power of pricing. But performance-based pricing obviously only works when you're good at what you do. Which brings us to hard truth number 5. High prices force you to level up. Staying in your cute little comfort zone of $500 projects gives you literally no reason at all to ever get better. Like there's no pressure, no deadlines, there's no real stakes. You're just doing the same shit day in, day out. It's like if you just go to the gym and you lift the same exact weight week in, week out, your muscle has literally no reason to ever grow. Progressive overload is what forces muscles to grow, just like charging higher prices forces your skills to grow. There's never going to be a perfect time where you feel ready to charge more. Every one of my 83 6 and 7 figure students has one thing in common, right? They jumped out of the plane and they built the parachute on the way down. They closed someone at a number that scared them and they scrambled to figure it the fuck out. That's what winners do. When you close a client at a higher price, 2 things happen. Number 1, if you have any morals whatsoever, then you're highly motivated to not get shitty results for them and look like a fool. And number 2, the extra money finally justifies putting in that extra research, thinking, and polishing time to produce great copy instead of just good enough copy. You'll find yourself buying courses, getting coaching, asking friends to rip your drafts apart, getting feedback because now the stakes are high and it matters. That is forced learning. You charge more money, your skills get better, you charge more money again, your skills get better again. It becomes a virtuous cycle. My friends and students that I've mentioned in this video so far who are charging 10K to 50K per client aren't doing it because they chanted affirmations in the mirror. They raised their prices, they did the work to be worth it, and then they raised them again. And if you're thinking that sounds like too much work because I got to become an actual good copywriter, then cool. Keep making the same 50K a year. The world needs employees too. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Now, quick word on AI. By now, you've probably figured out that AI hasn't replaced copywriters. I'm still here and you're still here watching this. AI isn't replacing you. It's replacing the cheap, commoditized writers on Fiverr and Upwork. It's a tool, yes, a powerful tool, but it is just a glorified intern. At least at the time of recording. In 5 years, who knows? For a serious copywriter, AI is a lever, okay? You can work faster. You can go from idea to first draft in minutes instead of hours. You can test more, churn out 30 ads instead of 5, and you can focus on strategy and actually spend your brain power on the big picture thinking, not writing those little boilerplate transition sentences. The copywriters getting wiped out were already acting like robots. The ones thriving charge premium rates for strategy and thinking, and then they use AI to get results faster. Your pricing is your positioning. Okay, so for everyone who's out there thinking that just because AI makes me able to work faster, I should lower my rates. No, your pricing is your positioning. If you price yourself like a commodity, you will be replaced by one. Should you use AI to work more efficiently? Absolutely, yes. Just do not cut your prices. Charge the same and enjoy a 2 to 3x higher hourly rate. Let all the other Fiverr, Upwork copywriters out there race each other to the bottom, and you can scoop up the premium clients. So now that I've successfully beaten into your head why you need to start charging more, it's time for the good stuff. Your 6-figure money model, also known as the path from 0 to 10K a month. If you want a real business, you need a money model. And if you're unfamiliar, money model is a deliberate sequence of offers that take someone from stranger to shut up and take my money. Credit where credit's due. I stole this framework from my friend Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Money Models. If you haven't read it yet, it is literally the greatest tactical money-making guide I've ever come across. And no, I'm not just saying that because I was one of Alex's top affiliates for the launch. The Guinness World Record launch is literally over. I get nothing from promoting his book. It's just a good fucking book and you should read it, okay? Now, I've already made a full dedicated 30-minute video on this exact topic. It's called the $100 Million Money Models for Copywriters. You can click right here and watch it for free. Right here on YouTube, you don't even have to leave. It breaks down the 6-figure copywriter money model from attraction offers to core offers to upsells and retainers, so you don't have to reverse engineer everything from gym launches and SaaS examples. With that said, let's get into the 2026 copywriter rate card. I'm gonna give you 3 tiers. Tier 1 is ambitious beginners, my early stage copywriters. Tier 2 is my proven/mid-tier copywriters, and Tier 3 is my veterans. Now, this isn't about years of experience, it's about proof. Tier 1 is if you've had 0 to 3 paying clients in total, and you don't really have a clear this email/sales page made XYZ big amounts of money case study yet. And you likely have no or very minimal repeat/referral business. You are Tier 2 if you've had at least 3 paying clients, and you have at least one obvious win, something that a client told you performed really well, or they rehired you and referred you, and you have at least one client that has come back for more. You are Tier 3 veteran if you're already above 10K a month in copy, you have multiple clear wins, repeat clients, and demand either matching or outpacing your current capacity. Now, Tier 2 prices are essentially Tier 1 prices after the market has proven your worth. You don't deserve higher prices because time has passed. You earn them because clients make money and they keep coming back. Proof is what lets you charge more with less resistance and still close at the same rate. So pretty much all it comes down to is how much can you actually get away with charging where the client still says yes at a higher price. And that's going to happen very likely because of your proof and track record. That's how you move through these tiers. So in terms of hourly rate, Tier 1 should aim for $100 an hour effective rate. Yes, even as a beginner, I firmly believe with AI, you should aim to make at least $100 an hour as a copywriter. Tier 2, you should aim for at least $200 an hour, and Tier 3, anywhere from $300 to $500 an hour or more. Of course, you're not pricing hourly, but that's the effective hourly rate per hours you work. These are honestly very realistic and achievable numbers, especially with AI. We have students in our program earning over $1,000 an hour because they charge high prices and they use AI to help them a lot with the work. So each client only takes them like an hour a week. Now, if you're Tier 3 and watching this, remember, these prices are your floor, not your ceiling. Nothing in here stops you from charging double or even triple if your track record and balls justifies it. All right, that's enough talking. Let's get into the numbers. Starting with number 1, email/list management. Email is the profit engine of an online business. It is where all the back-end sales and the repeat revenue lives. A half-decent email list should make on average about $1 to $2 per subscriber per month if you're emailing daily-ish. So a 10K list is a potential $10,000 to $20,000 a month asset, with some copywriters like Justin Goff, Stefan Georgi, Daniel Thossil, etc. making many multiples of that from their lists. Because remember, you're not just writing emails, you're turning a dormant asset into an ATM. This easily justifies a $2 to $4K a month retainer. So for standalone and sequences, these are perfect foot in the door projects. These are my recommended prices on screen for each tier for a single promo/newsletter email on the left, and a 5 to 7 email sequence, welcome sequence, promo, win back sequence, etc. over here. Again, no need to pause and try and screenshot everything because all these prices are in my pricing cheat sheet below in the description. It's free. Now, you might notice that the sequence prices are higher per email than the one-off promo emails over here. That's not because I can't do basic maths. It's because sequences are strategic assets. They hit every new subscriber, they create the first impression, and they can honestly be the difference between ads turning profitable in 7 days or 30 days or never. So charge accordingly. Remember, some dude offered Daniel $50,000 for a single email sequence. You are free to charge as high as you think you can get away with. I'm just showing you the industry standard rates based on my observations. So for that one guy who I know is gonna comment below disagreeing with me, this isn't the fucking be all and end all of prices and what you can and can't charge. Remember, hard truth number 1, all prices are made up. So charge whatever you want, it's your business. Now, if you're just starting out and you want a dead simple offer to land your first paying client, you can pitch potential clients and you can say, I'll write you a 5 email win back sequence for $1,000. The goal is to reactivate dormant leads and generate a 10x ROI in 14 days. If you're happy with the results, we can talk about a monthly retainer to keep the momentum going. If you have no clients at all and you desperately need your first win, you can do one sequence at $500 to get a case study and then immediately move into the ranges above. Do not live at $500. Remember, a basic sequence can print 5 figures a month. It can make or break the entire ad funnel, so charge accordingly. Now, let's talk about email retainers. Probably my number 1 favorite service to sell. There are 2 ways to go about this. The first version is copy only, where you write 25 to 30 emails a month delivered in a Google Doc. Prices on screen here for each tier. What I much prefer though is full-scale email marketing management, where you take over the entire list, including writing, strategy, promo calendar, list management, deliverability, basic automations, etc. Prices on screen here. Now, I recommend you always offer this over copy only because you can make the client way more money when you handle their entire email system end to end. Speaking of email, if you want to learn exactly how to do everything I just mentioned so you can land these juicy 3 to 5K a month retainers, I made an entire course with my buddies Sam and Tyler, who've written emails and built funnels for $100 million companies and all your favorite internet gurus, Grant Cardone, V-Shred, BioTrust, Joel Marion, Bedros Keuilian, Brandon Carter, etc. They hand you their best email templates and cheat codes for writing highly profitable emails in any niche. So if you want rock solid confidence, you'll knock it out of the park for clients once you sign them and virtually guarantee they stay with you for life, you can grab our email domination training right here on a secret 90% off discount exclusively for my YouTube subscribers. So you better fucking subscribe. And please don't share it. Thank you so much. And yes, we have had people pay the full $2,000 price for this before. So it's not some baloney inflated 90% off discount. It's actually 90% off. Next up, the big boys. We're going to talk about sales pages, VSLs, and funnels. The sales page or VSL is the make or break asset that clients will send tens of thousands of people to while spending 6 or 7 figures on ads. If it hits, it can produce hundreds of thousands or millions or tens of millions or 50 million, as we saw, in revenue. And if it misses, well, the entire funnel kind of dies. So you're not just writing a page or a script, you're building the cash machine they're about to bet the farm on, which easily justifies multiple 4 figures or 5-figure fees. For simple landing pages consisting of, let's say, basic lead gen, opt-in page, copy only, no funnel build, here are my recommended prices. Now, these might seem low, but these are really simple pages with literally just a headline, a subhead, image, 3 to 5 bullets, maybe a basic split test variation, and copy only. It'll take you like half an hour. Now, if they want you to actually build it in ClickFunnels or GHL or whatever, I would charge double the copy only rate for that. In which case, that mini funnel would include opt-in pages built, the copy plus the layout inside whatever tool it is, a simple thank you page with a headline / what to do next, basic form integration tagging, and 1 short welcome email loaded and scheduled. Now, for long sales pages and VSL scripts, these are where you can make a full month of income from one project. My recommended prices for those are right here for each tier. And if the client needs both a long form page and a VSL, I would charge 1.5x the single asset price for the bundle, since there is quite a lot of overlap between them, but they are 2 separate assets. And again, these prices are for copy only, formatted with visual cues for the VSL. If you also handle design and implementation, all that sort of stuff, I would charge at least 1.5 to 2x. Because let me tell you, building a funnel takes a fucking long time. I have PTSD from all-nighters and ClickFunnels and GHL. Whatever you do, just be super explicit about what's included and what's not. Now, as far as upsell and downsell pages go, simple rule is just charge 50% of your main sales letter price for each upsell or downsell page or VSL. So if your main sales page is 5K, each upsell page would be 2,500. Let's say you have 2 upsells in the funnel, bundle them. Just say main sales page is 5K. If you want me to write the entire funnel, including upsell and downsell, plus automation and emails, it's 10K for the lot. We can do half down, half on delivery, or 9K paid in full if you want to do that, so you can incentivize them to piff as well. Number 3 on our list, ad creatives, aka the client getting machine. The most fun type of copy to write, in my opinion, because you can get super creative with these. Also one of the most critical marketing assets in a business. Ads are literally the gatekeeper of the whole marketing engine. They decide who enters the funnel and whether you're buying qualified killers or broke donkeys. If a client is spending anywhere from 20K a month to $1 million a month on ads, investing a few extra grand to make sure the messages and the angles actually bring in the right people is a fucking rounding error. It could literally be the difference between bankruptcy and unlimited scale. Like, if a business is spending even just 50K a month on ads and you cut their cost per result by only 10%, you're literally saving them 5K a month. So your service doesn't even cost anything. It's actually saving them money. So remember, you're not just writing ads, you're controlling the quality and cost of every lead they get. Kind of a big deal. Now, for single ad concepts for direct response style ads, so hook, body, headline, CTA, here are the prices I recommend per ad. And for a full Meta Andromeda ad pack of 25 creatives, here are the prices that I recommend for each tier. Now, if you are going to offer ads, it is extremely important that you know about Andromeda and how it works. Don't want to get too sidetracked, but 60-second crash course in case you're unfamiliar. So, long story short, after Meta made the worst business decision in history by going all in on the metaverse and burning tens of billions of dollars, Zuck finally realized what everyone could see clearly the whole time, which is that no one gives a fuck about the metaverse. And then he did something actually extremely intelligent and took all those GPU chips that he'd bought up from NVIDIA and directed all that computing power into building the most powerful AI targeting algorithm ever invented, called Andromeda. And because Meta, which is Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and now Manus that they recently bought, has so much data on the average person, over 50,000 data points per user, they know exactly what you search, what you watch, who you message, where you go. They know everything about you. You combine that vault of data with this super advanced Andromeda algorithm, they're able to pair up every ad with the right person just from the words you use in your ad. So what that means is the old way of running ads with 3 to 5 hooks on the same 3 to 5 bodies is outdated. Andromeda wants creative diversity, so we need to load it the fuck up with as many unique ad angles as possible that are end-to-end, different hooks, different bodies, and different call to actions. Minimum of 25. So that way Andromeda has as much ammo as possible to go and hunt down your buyers. Long story short, that is why you should sell meta ads in packs of 25 or more. And if all of that went way over your head and you're like, Sean, what the hell did all of that mean? Where do I even learn this? If every ads course out there is now outdated, don't worry, I got you. If you want to master meta ads in 3 hours and you want to land your first 3K client, even with no experience, I made a training for you. It's called the AI Ads Lab. It walks you through A to Z, the entirety of researching, scripting, and creating high performance ads based on dozens of profitable 7 to 9 figure brands and over $1 million of my own ad spend. It's currently on sale for a limited time 60% off launch sale. Get the details here if you're interested. Back to the video. Up next is social content and blogs. Now, these are really good foot in the door or downsell, but honestly, I don't recommend making them your main offer. The way I think about these is social posts pre-sell the offer, they warm up cold followers, and they turn your client into the authority in their niche before anyone ever hits a funnel. Repurposing daily emails into short posts gives each idea 2 to 3 extra chances to make money with very little extra work. So you're not just writing content to tick a box, you're manufacturing omnipresence and trust. Plus you're growing their list organically via ManyChat on Instagram and Google search in the case of blogs. Now, pricing wise for social content, here are my recommended prices. For these, just think daily Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn posts, short written content, usually honestly repurposed from emails or videos. So if you're already writing their daily emails, this is a super easy upsell. You say, hey, for an extra $1,500 a month, I'll turn each daily email into a short post for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn and schedule them all so you never have to worry about what to post on your socials again. So saves the client a ton of money and stress, and it's basically free money for you because you're just shortening what you already wrote. Now, as far as blogs and articles go, you're obviously not trying to downgrade from copywriter to blogger here, but this helps you get your foot in the door with more corporate or SEO obsessed clients. For a basic 1,000 or 1,500 word blog article, here is my recommended prices on screen. But again, I would only offer this as a downsell if they can't afford your core offer, or a proof builder if you're newer and you want some quick wins, but always with the intention of moving them up into email retainers, funnels, or launch projects once they trust you. Okay, so those are all my recommended prices for every major type of copy. If it's something I didn't cover, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll give you my thoughts. For a more comprehensive list and some bonus pricing hacks for people who hate selling, once again, it is all covered in the free pricing cheat sheet below. And with that said, let's talk about how to progress through these tiers from broke boy prices to big dog prices. This is your official roadmap from 0 to consistent 10K months. No, it's not magic, but it is a plan. Whether you're at 0 or you're stuck at a few grand a month, this is how you build a real freelance business that pays you for years to come. Phase 1 is land your first real client. If you're a beginner, this is your only focus. Your goal is to land 1 client at the tier 1 prices in this guide. Pick 1 offer. A 5 email sequence for $1,000 is a great place to start. Make a list of 50 potential clients. Don't overthink it. Just find 50 businesses you think you could help. Send minimum 10 personalized cold emails or DMs every single day. Ideally 30 a day or more. Use the foot in the door rollover offer that I covered in the email section. And then hold your price. Someone will say yes. It's a numbers game. Then you move into phase 2. Your job is to break the plateau and crack 10K a month. If you're mid-tier, you start here. Your goal is to systematically replace your lowest paying client and land your first tier 2 projects. First thing you got to do is fire your worst client. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The one that pays you $500 a month and makes your cortisol spike every time you see a notification from them. Boot their ass to kingdom come and use that newfound extra time to hunt for real clients. Land 1 tier 2 project, use the quick wins or funnel audit offer to get your foot in the door on a bigger deal. And then from there, you want to upsell them into a retainer. After every one-time project, offer a retainer, always, or a performance-based deal, literally anything. Just please make sure you upsell them. Give them an opportunity to get more value from you and pay you more money. Your goal is to get 3 clients on retainer at 3K a month each. Then you move into phase 3, which is scaling to 30K a month and beyond. So by now, You have momentum and confidence. You've proven you can land bigger projects and deliver killer results. And by now, you should have 2 or 3 clients on retainer that total 8 to 10K a month. From there, you just keep stacking. You raise your prices to the top of the tier 2 and then tier 3 bands. You get better at selling and you start anchoring with bigger numbers. And then you start replacing those smaller retainers with bigger ones. And you start quoting performance-based deals. This is not a fantasy. This is a plan. It's the exact plan my students have followed to go from exactly where you are now to a consistent 10K, 20K, even 50 or 100K a month income as copywriters. This was a long video. If you take nothing else away from today, the final rule is simple. Charge more, don't look back, then do the work to be worth it. Now, of course, nailing your pricing is only one component of becoming a successful freelancer. There are 9 core pillars and pricing is one. If you want to learn the other 8 so you can build a legit freelance business that pays you 6 figures a year for years to come, watch this free 40-minute video now where I break down my entire client getting system. Hope this is valuable, subscribe, and I'll see you there.